Angry birds and pigs in space. Are small carriers really worth it? And I'll test drive the new iPad, this time on SpoonFed Mobile. This week, people got in an absolute tizzy when Consumer Reports revealed that the new iPad reached 116 degrees when you're playing games for 45 minutes straight. So to get to the bottom of this, we took our own laser thermometer and put the new iPad to the test. You know, as it turns out, the new iPad is a little bit hotter than the competition. We measured temperatures as high as 100 degrees on the bottom left side, and that's when we were playing a game. That's about 9 degrees hotter than the iPad 2, 8 degrees hotter than the Motorola Zyboard, and only 2 degrees hotter than the Asus Transformer Prime. You know, so does the new iPad run hotter than the tablet competition? Yes. But is it a big deal? No. Just get over it. The cynic in me says, been there, flung that, but now that I've been playing the new Angry Birds Space for well over an hour because I can't put it down, I can really say that it's more fun than the original because it has better graphics and you could do cool new things like use the gravitational pull of these mini planets to destroy the pigs. So the visuals are much richer and the gameplay is just a little bit more addictive than before, which we didn't think was possible. So just 99 cents for Android and iOS, you can kill pigs in space and not feel bad about it. Just when you thought net zero is dead, the internet service provider is back with an all-new 4G mobile hotspot that goes for $99, and they're trying to sweeten the deal with giving you free mobile broadband for a year. How much are you getting? Only 200 megabytes per month. And that adds up to only about half of an iPad game that you'll get on the new device. So what we do recommend though is that you step up to the 1 gigabyte plan or 2 gigabyte plan, which goes for $20 or $35. That's a lot cheaper than the competition. You know, we just have a couple of caveats with this device. One is that you can't use it outside of the WiMAX network that Clear has. It's about 80 cities. And it doesn't fall back to 3G speeds when you're out of 4G range. So it's not really good for business travelers. It's good for people who are looking for internet access on the cheap in the big cities. You know, I'm the first to admit that I'm somewhat of a smartphone snob because we get in all the latest toys here at Laptop Magazine. But, you know, we get a question a lot of times, and I think it's about time we provided a really good answer, and that is, are smaller carriers worth it? You know, this week we got in a new phone from Metro PCS. It's called the LG Connect 4G, and you actually get a lot more for your money than I imagined. You know, you're getting 4G LTE speeds in up to 17 markets, and you get a 4-inch display, which is pretty good quality, although the resolution is a little low compared to some other smartphones on the market. But think about, you know, what you're getting for your money versus some of the big carriers. We're talking about a big savings over 2 years. You can spend about $40 a month for unlimited talk, text, and web. And when you compare that to some of the big guys like Verizon Wireless, you're looking at $89 a month. And when you add it up over 2 years, you're talking about a difference of $1,200. I mean, that's enough for you to get an iPad and a DSLR camera. So, you know, when you look at a phone like this, there are some trade-offs. You're not getting, you know, the latest and greatest in terms of speeds and feeds, but you are getting a dual-core processor. You're getting a 5-megapixel camera that can do 720p video. And, you know, with the 4G built in, you're actually getting comparable speeds that you're getting to Verizon's network. You're just not getting it in as many places. So I'd have to say overall that even the smartphone snob in me says that phones like this are definitely worth the investment if you don't want to be tied to a 2-year contract. You're not going to get the most cutting-edge features like an HD display or quad-core processors, but you're going to be able to get online, you're going to get 4G speeds, and you're going to just save a lot of money over the long haul. So overall, I would say smaller carriers are worth the money. Is it a breakthrough or just a refresh? We're taking a test drive of the all-new iPad, which brings a lot of new features to the table in the tablet wars. You're getting an all-new super sharp Retina display that's sharper than anything else on the market, a new camera on the back that goes up to 1080p video, and 4G LTE speeds on Verizon or AT&T's network. But do all these upgrades add up to the best tablet on the market? We're going to test drive it right now. So the number one thing that we love about the new iPad, it's all about the Retina display, and that's because it makes your HD TV kind of look like crap. And the reason is because the new iPad packs 2048 by 1536 pixels, which is 1,000,000 more than your typical HD TV. And you really see it when you hold the iPad up close, which is really how you're going to read content anyway. If you zoom in on any of these icons, you'll see that the text almost seems like it's like a sticker on top of the screen. It's super sharp, and you'll see it in applications as well, like Safari, which Apple has updated, and they optimized it for the Retina display. So next to the iPad 2, we actually noticed that the text, you have to zoom in a lot more to read it and to make it crisper. But on here, you can read a lot more while it's zoomed out, and when you zoom in to the text, it's still incredibly sharp. You can't make out any of the individual pixels. There's no fuzziness or anything like that. And the whole idea is to make the viewing and reading experience just a lot more natural, just like you're reading a book. And this also applies to 1080p video. So if we open up something like YouTube, a trailer that, for a movie that's coming out, and you can see that the detail is pretty amazing. And the color saturation is also improved on the new iPad. It's up to 44% better. So you're getting a lot more detail, better colors, and you're still getting awesome viewing angles. For those who like to use their iPad on the go, we have a lot of good news here for the new iPad because it has 4G LTE speeds. Before you were stuck at 3G. And what that means is you're going to be getting anywhere between 5 and 12 megabits per second on the way down, which is just about as fast as your home internet connection. And it makes a really huge difference when it comes to surfing the web. So for example, if you're on a page like ESPN, just load that up real quick. We've timed anywhere between like 6 and 7 seconds for a lot of desktop sites. Mobile sites will load even faster, but that's the whole point of this, is that you don't have to use mobile sites anymore. When you have 4G LTE speeds, you get a desktop experience on the go. We've also tested this out with speedtest.net. And although the results were a little bit mixed, we're seeing anywhere between 9 up to 15 megabits per second on the way down, and really good upload speeds anywhere between 3 and 13 on the way up. Although the new iPad already has a huge lead in terms of the number of apps, there's over 200,000 of them, Apple is upping the ante when it comes to apps that are optimized for the new Retina display. That includes apps like Flipboard, which you still can't get on Android. You're getting super sharp text here, as well as really colorful images. So when you zoom in, it's really more like a magazine experience. On the iPad 2, the text is a little bit fuzzier, and you have to look a lot closer to look at some of the details. But where the new iPad really shines is with HD games like Infinity Blade, which has been rewritten completely for the new Retina display. Getting my butt kicked here. It's not easy to compete with one finger. But you can see it's just an amazing level of detail. Console quality graphics, really optimized for the Retina display. And titles like this just aren't available on other platforms, so Apple just has a built-in advantage, and they're going to build on it. Apple is also throwing its own weight behind the new iPad with some of its own applications. That includes iPhoto, which gives you a lot of powerful capabilities for just $5. So if we just go into here to one of our photos, you can just press down on any image. And as you see, as you slide your finger up, the display, it looks like the display is getting brighter, but it's actually the photo that's lightening, and you can save any of these pictures to then share on the web. And the great way to do that is with the new Journals feature. So if you just click on this, it's easy to organize all of your photos in what looks like a journal that you can share via iCloud, and that shows up on the other end as a slideshow that you can look at through an email. And you can add things here like when pictures were taken, as well as the weather conditions at the time, and it's easy to move things around. After test driving the new Apple iPad, I think a lot of people might be wondering, isn't Apple just giving us more of the same? More pixels, faster 4G LTE speeds, and a sharper camera? Yeah, and that's why it's my editor's choice for the top tablet on the market. We're giving it 4.5 out of 5 spoons because you're getting all of these features plus the most applications on the market, and Apple's really upping their ante when it comes to apps that are optimized for the Retina display. Add it all up, and this is our top post-PC device.